Hi and welcome to my channel, which is for you who grew up with a narcissistic mother. And I talk about in my channel about what this has done to you, how it was when you grew up, what kind of effects it has upon your adult life, and how it takes you away from the authentic you and into a more survival personality. So it really does affect you. I'm sure you know this, watching this. It really does affect you on so many different levels. And in this video, I want to talk about, awaken you to the fact that it's not you who, it's not your shame, it's not your badness, because one of the injuries that we often end up with is that we feel really bad about ourselves. We really feel shameful about ourselves. So let's see how it came to be like this, so that you can understand more of how this came to be for you, and that might be something that can help you take some of this and place it correctly upon your narcissistic mother and not on you anymore. So when you have grown up with a narcissistic mother, it's normal that you've been ingesting toxins, and it's been for a long time, and it's been during your developmental years when you were young and vulnerable, and of course this has an effect on you. Molded, so it has an effect on your personality, who you become, how you adapt to it. So it means that you most likely you have your struggles now as an adult. It affects your quality of life. So let's try and undo it then, piece by piece. In this video, I want to tell you about how you actually ended up feeling like this is all your fault, that you're in the wrong somehow. And because there are a lot of mechanisms behind this, and this is what I want to tell you about. And my name is Åse Wegerif, and I'm a registered counselor, and I have a private practice. I help people one-on-one worldwide, and I also have my personal experience of having a narcissistic mother, so I've stood in the shoes and have an inside perspective on this. And I would love it if you hit like, subscribe, or comment if you like this video and it helps you or you resonate with it. So growing up with a narcissistic mother is to be completely dependent upon her when you are at your most vulnerable, well, at least one of your most vulnerable phases, when you're helpless, when you need her to care for you in every way and protect you. So we're talking survival instincts here. So the same person that is there to support you to live and grow up and be healthy is the same person you have to turn to who's abusing you. So and is not a narcissist. So you end up ingesting these toxins over time. It's just as real as viruses and bacteria. It's just in a different form. So there are toxins psychically, emotionally, relationally, physically and spiritually on all levels, and you breathe it, you live it, and you take it in. It comes into your system. And one of the things that we learn when we're children is how we view ourselves and how we view other people. And interacting with someone who's so disturbed as she is, so injured as she is, means that you get this disturbance into you in some way or another. And you end up with disturbances or distortions or in the way you look at the world and yourself. So to take it down into something more simple, which isn't really simple, but you end up with, very often you end up with, you end up with a negative view of yourself and a very skewed, distorted look upon others and relationships. And it's because when there are difficulties and real struggles and trauma and these things going on in the family, children take the badness upon themselves. So you end up as a child feeling that you are bad, you are not good enough, you are wrong, you are not lovable. And this is to protect yourself from seeing clearly, and also as a child you don't have the mental capacity, the cognitive development to be able to even have words for this or understand it in any way. So instead of seeing or feeling into the fact that you're being treated really poorly by your mother, a child doesn't have any reference, nothing, and there's just blindness around that aspect created, and you end up taking it upon yourself. And it's also a result of children's natural, never remember this word right, but I think it's omnipotence or omniscience or something like that. Sorry, getting confused around the word, but it's basically how children see themselves as the center of their world. So when something's difficult, they end up feeling like it's because of them, just naturally. So, and also, it's not just the child that has an interest of the child feeling that they are wrong. This is how your mother rids herself of her own shame, of owning anything upon her that she's doing wrong. This is how she can offload her unacknowledged shame onto you, because you end up as her scapegoat, that she points a finger to you and you already feel like it's your fault. So this becomes a real heavy burden to carry, and this is how people grow up, and this is how people function when they are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, etc. And it's no good way to live. So you can see that there are many forces that will cause a child to take the badness upon themselves. There's also, what I haven't mentioned is that she also has a control over the family system. Having control over the relationships, and other people are scared are manipulated into agreeing with her. So maybe all the other people are also pointing to you being bad, so that they don't get to be in that situation themselves or get any they don't have to be responsible for anything themselves. So you can see that there are many forces that the child has no possibility whatsoever. It's just like feeling I'm bad, feeling it's my fault, feeling I'm not good enough, feeling I'm unlovable, feeling I'm awful, I'm ruined, whatever it is. There are so many different aspects of this, so many ways in which one can feel bad about oneself. And the mother is interested in putting a veil over this and letting you stay in this situation. So that is the truth that you grow up with. And to come out of this truth takes a whole lot. It really does, because it's such a shift, internal shift in the way you view yourself and other people. And you grow up with this inside of yourself, relating to other people through this perspective until it just doesn't work anymore. And there's so much pain and you have to shift it. And so with this video, I want you to know, I want you to see how you are not to blame. It's not that you aren't good enough. You didn't deserve all this. This is simply not true. You never deserved any of this, and none of it was ever your fault. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I'd love to know how you feel about this, and please click like or subscribe or comment if you recognize this and if this has been helpful. And I wish you the best. I hope to see you again, and I hope this helps you. Bye bye.